it's a camp movie. Like the movie, if anyone takes this film too seriously, like I think they're missing the point of the title, like just like having fun.
Welcome to Bitch Talk. I'm your host, Erin.
And I'm co-host Ange, aka Captain Party.
And for more than 11 years, the show has celebrated underrepresented voices in pop culture and beyond.
But not in the snore kind of way, which is why our listeners and followers have graciously voted us Best of the Bay, Best Podcast on 48 Hills for 3 years in a row. Three-peat, bitches.
If you like what you hear, follow us on Instagram and check out our website, Bitch Talk Podcast, and rate us wherever you listen to podcasts.
We're begging you to judge us. When does that ever happen? Oh, you're not going to say anything?
What'd I say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, on that note, on with the show. Clink.
Oh, hello, Bitch Talkers.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah. Happy Halloween, those who celebrate.
And Dia de los Muertos.
Oh, yes. We're here with Flashback, Lesbian Space Princess, which is very exciting. It's actually out in theaters. But before we get to that, we want to talk about voting because that's happening next week all over the country. I have a little list here. If you didn't know, now you're going to know. So I don't want to hear, oh, I didn't know we were voting on November 4th. We have New Jersey, we have Virginia, California, Prop 50, vote yes.
Yes.
Ethan, thank you. Colorado, Georgia, Maine, Michigan, Minnesota, New York for mayor. We know who
Can
we
we
want.
trade? Can we trade these?
Oh, I can't. Yeah. Believe you me. I would love to have Mom Donnie. Ohio, if I didn't say that, Pennsylvania, Texas has a lot of shit going on. So those are all the states that are voting next week. There's a lot on the line. I like when I see the message that if you think your vote doesn't count, why do they want to get rid of it so fast? So please vote. It does matter, even if you don't think it does, especially in your towns and cities. Like that's where it matters most.
And we've proven again and again that we are part of the majority. It's just that not everybody comes out to vote. So we need to change that.
And there could, yeah, correct. I won't say what I'm going to say.
Yeah. Popular vote. Just saying.
Pop vote totes perf. I don't know. I'm a little tired.
Whoa. Oh my God. Okay, let's flip the script now. Let's bring it to something positive and really fun for Halloween weekend, which is Lesbian Space Princess. We haven't done a flashback in a while, but we were like,
we have so many to flashback.
We should because we have so many, but we were like, we have to flashback this week because we love these co-writers / co-directors so much, and we love this film, and it's the joy that we need in this moment.
Yeah. And it's voiced by someone that we just had on the show, Shabana Aziz, who is just a lovely, delightful human being.
Listen to that interview if you haven't yet, because she is hilarious without even meaning to be.
Yeah. And I want to say I got a text from someone who is a listener and a friend of ours. And he wrote to me randomly, Shabana is such a fun interview, so smart and so irreverent. And I'm like, yeah, she's wonderful. She's humble, smart, funny, just and she's a weirdo, and she would say that.
And talented as fuck.
Yeah.
Which you will hear Leela, who has worked with her a lot of projects in Adelaide, Australia. She will tell you that Shabana is a hot commodity for all the directors in Australia.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's
and
Shabana.
Now in the States. So very exciting. Lesbian Space Princess is in select theaters near you, so check it out this weekend. Bring some joy to your life and enjoy this interview.
Go vote.
And vote afterwards, motherfuckers. Is that good enough?
I love it. All right, Bitch Talkers, we are at Frameline 2025 and so excited to talk about this film called Lesbian Space Princess. What? We have both filmmakers and writers here, so I'm going to have them introduce themselves so our audience gets familiar with their voices and also a returning guest. But I'm going to start with Leela. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Leela Varghese, and I'm the co-writer, co-director of Lesbian Space Princess.
And I'm Emma Huffobs, co-writer, co-director of Lesbian Space Princess.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna go with Emma. Emma, can you introduce the film to our audience, please?
So it's about Syra, who's an introverted space princess, and she has to go on an intergalactic quest across the galaxy to save her bounty hunting ex-girlfriend from the straight white aliens.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Really
I
succinct.
mean, we typically say galaxy, actually. Slipped back into galaxy for a second there. We like to say
Actually,
galaxy.
normally I say universe, across the universe, but I slipped up.
Right.
Do you want me to do it again?
No, it's fine. We're a couple. I don't know if you can tell from that.
Well, maybe you should call it a univaginaverse or something. If you want to use Wow, so you're a couple as well on top of all of this. Okay, so this is what I want to dive into. Your co-writing process when it's coming from two brains, but you're creating this whole universe. How did you take turns? Were you brainstorming like it should be called Clitter Disneyland? Were you like brainstorming all of these things together, or how does that work?
I think some of the best puns came from Leela. I think he came up with Platopolis and straight white aliens. And it's like you can deny that those are the best names for things.
But in terms of the idea, no, the idea was fully you though. Like you just came up.
The title Lesbian Space Princess came to me in a shower, and then I pitched it, and then Leela said, "That's ridiculous. I'm never doing that."
Yeah, I was like, oh, way to put a target on our back. But it's like a double-edged sword, this title. It's kind of fun, it attracts who it attracts, and it's also like might frustrate some people. But no, it was just like such a fun title. And look, our producer's a straight white man, Tom Phillips from We Made a Thing, and he was like one of the first, like he was the one who like also Emma and Tom were the ones convincing me that we should go with it because he loved the title as well, which is very funny.
Yeah, it's a fantastic title, and you don't know what you're getting until you get in there. But I do want to ask about, was it always going to be an animated feature? How did this all come about in your heads besides just, in the shower thinking of the title and all those things?
I mean, for a tiny bit of context, like we really made this film and came up with it because there's in South Australia where we live, they have this amazing opportunity for first time feature directors and especially underrepresented voices that they want to give your first shot to make a feature. And so, I actually wasn't even considering applying, and then Emma kind of swayed me. Because I always thought I was going to go like into TV and make a TV show. Feature film had never crossed my mind, and thank God Emma suggested it. But like, yeah, you can talk a little bit more about Film Lab, I guess.
Yeah, so it was always going to be an animation for this project. We had some other live action ideas that we were playing around with, but at the end of the day, that was the one that made the most sense. Like so I'm an animator, and combining that background with Leela's background, which is like being an amazing live action director and comedian, just made the most sense for that initiative.
Oh, really? Also, because like with the budget the film was made on, to do a live action film, you're really restricted to like one or two actors in one single location. And we just didn't have an idea that worked for that. So it was kind of this like quite, wild pitch from us that we were like, let us do a low budget animation and then it'll be something different. Like we can have a different low budget methodology rather than it having to be such limited locations. We can kind of make a bigger world and kind of create an illusion of something bigger. Which yeah.
And then with the world, it was like, is it everything like is derived from kind of gay, kind of the being gay, and like Clitopolis is kind of like the lesbian neighborhood, and then there's like the nightclub and there's normie space and gay space, and just like having as much fun as possible, and creating, like, we didn't want to do like a ton of boring kind of manly man world building stuff. It was just like, here's a bunch of fun, accessible jokes. Like, you don't need to research or anything to get the film.
Yeah, I do think also like a huge thing is that there's not like a huge amount of overthinking that's gone into, because it's a camp movie. Like the movie, if anyone takes this film too seriously, like I think they're missing the point of the title. Like I think the thing about it is that like you can kind of lean into like that kind of like it's making fun of itself in some ways. It's not taking itself too seriously. And so like in terms of the world building, it was just kind of like you said, it was just like having fun. Um, and it's not like, I think we just came up with it in like a like actually with our script mentor, our producer, me and Emma, we kind of mapped out the film in like these 2 weeks of development we had before actual script writing started. And then it kind of sort of stayed in that sort of space for most of the script process.
It's definitely as fun as the title promises. I think there was a poster up in her room, "Live, Laugh, Lesbian." Is that taken from your bedroom specifically, or hilarious? It's so fun. But I also want to say you added a lot of heart into the story. Like you're laughing the whole time, but then you're like, wait a minute, I'm receiving messages like about my inner critic, about self-acceptance and self-worth. I love that you pocketed those little things in there too. So we're getting brainwashed to love ourselves while we're also laughing.
Yeah, and I mean that's the great thing about having a script supervisor, like I think actually like it was very early on we were like it's a comedy, it has to just be silly and funny the whole time, and then we were given some great guidance by Alex White, who was our script mentor, who was like no, like I think you really got to find the heart of this movie as well. And and at the end of the day, we are quite wholesome people, and a lot of the stuff I make, I like to make funny with heart as well. And so, I mean, it's really just kind of the brand, and it makes a lot of sense. It can be a bit of a trap with comedy to think that, you can't have heart, but I think a lot of the comedies that do really well are ones that people can connect to that element as well.
Mm-hmm.
Emma, can you talk about, since you both were co-writing and you co-directed, but you are the animator, just talking about building the actual world with the colors that you used and yeah, the live, what is it? Live, laugh,
laugh, lesbian.
Like all these little touches. Just it's so, I love it. It's like it's eye candy.
We need to go back. I need to go back to just pay attention to the background now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think because my style is very like color oriented. It's like the blue outlines is something that we just took from my kind of comics and previous animations. Like we were lucky that Leela and Tom kind of trusted me enough to do the production design, and then I in turn was lucky enough to have like two fantastic background artists, Maddie Karutz and Ance Robinson, and it was just so collaborative. Like we would brief every location, and Maddie was just so funny that she put in like Live Love Lesbian and just all this absurd stuff, and we kind of riff for like 20 minutes and try and make each other laugh and Google reference images and just see what was funny, and then she'd go in and draw the background and it would be hilarious. And then they would always do like a color pass, and then I would tweak colors for every background, just so that like every kind of location in the film had a different color. So like we moved from like Quintopolis is the lesbian flag, and then space, the color of space changes as the emotional journey happens, and then kind of end up with the Malians, which is kind of that kind of green. Yeah, and I just wanted every sequence in the film to have like a distinctive look and vibe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, since you're a couple, maybe you can help me with some advice. So, how long do I have to wait before I can gift a scrapbook of our favorite memories? Okay, I understand not after the first week, but 6 months? Is that fair?
Yeah, I think it depends. I think it also depends on who you're dating.
You're
Like,
anti-scrapbooking, Leela. I know, I could tell.
it's funny though, because actually I would be the person to give a scrapbook, but I would hate it if someone gave me one.
I feel that. I totally feel that. Okay, I'm there.
I think dip the toes with a mixtape, like a Spotify playlist. See how that goes down. Then graduate to the scrapbook.
But I do think it really depends on who you're dating. Like if you're with that person that's gonna like a scrapbook, like you'll know. And if like there's like this part of you that's like, don't know if I should be giving this to this person, I think you'll also know. But definitely I think look, the time length in general, it's controversial. It's like maybe it's never a good idea to give a scrapbook to anyone. But like I said, some people find it cute. I mean, we're all just like walking, talking contradictions though. Like it's like I said, I don't want a scrapbook, but I'd do something. I've done like crazy shit like that. And it's crazy because I know I would hate it if someone did it to me, but I'm like, it might be cute if I do it.
Fair enough.
I mean, I kind of did some cute like little things to
You drew me
you.
a full comic.
Oh my God, I did.
What?
When was that?
That was, I want to say it was either like my birthday or Christmas
I think
present.
it was Christmas the first year we were dating, or not even
I
like
think
just when
it
we
was,
just
like-
started dating.
Yeah, like maybe
so
maybe less than 3 months.
You started drawing it day one, in other words.
I'm not an animator. That's why the comic book is so funny because it's the most terrible comic book you've ever seen. But yeah, I forgot about that.
But still, that's cute. That's cute. That's fair.
Yeah. Well, she was the right person to receive that, but somebody else may have been like blocked me and never spoken to
me. Blocked your number. Leela, you have to talk about your songwriting. Damn. I loved all the songs.
Correct.
Well, Shabana actually always wants me to talk about this element of the film that she thinks people overlook. Because I don't know if you picked up on it, but the idea with all the songs is that they are the album that Willow writes, which is songs specifically about Syra. And so all the songs you hear in the film, the kind of idea is that they kind of are the album that Willow ends up writing about Syra. And Shabana's always like, you never actually talk about that or explain that that's kind of like the beautiful like reasoning for having the songs in the film to tie it to narrative. But yeah, I do musical comedy. Actually did a musical comedy band with Shabana for a little while there. And yeah, I love songwriting. But it's like one of those things that had never really taken off. I kind of always just followed the things that I actually had success at. And so I think I've just snuck songwriting back into film as like a thing that I'm doing. But to be honest, I think when I was really young, the songs I wrote were pretty terrible. So maybe I just got better at songwriting.
Yeah, I remember the dinosaur song, right? The dinosaur t-shirt song from I'm the most racist person I know. Yeah, you are sneaking it in there. Good for you. It makes it memorable.
Any record labels listening? Anyone wants me to write like a $1 million banger? I'm happy to give it to an artist. I'm a songwriter for hire.
Oh, while we're on that topic, the gay pop group. This could be it. The real life gay pop group.
I would have loved to have been in a girl band. But the truth is actually no. The truth is I would have loved to have been in a boy band.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, you still could.
I mean, who knows? Who knows with this person?
Yeah, go on the X Factor and get match made into a boy band.
That's the next movie. Well, we do have to wrap up in a minute, but please, talk about partnering with Shabana again. Are you all just like always making things?
I mean, it's just she's the most talented actor we know. And, you're a lunatic if you don't work with people. Like, it's always just been across the board. Like, it's like, who would be great in this or who could pull this off? And she actually can just pull off basically anything, like, and is so hardworking. So I think also it was very interesting. Like, to be honest, for this one, because it was a bigger project, we did audition like other Cyrus, but you explained this quite well. But Shabana was the only one that could actually do the character in a way that was going to work.
Yeah, everyone else was kind of doing a caricature of an anxious person, and Shabana's performance was like, it just felt like someone who lives with anxiety. And for me, it was always going to be her. I did the character design thinking about Chav.
Yeah, and I think also tone, you know, that I guess the cool thing about working with people that you've worked with before is that like they understand tone and they kind of understand what you're about and they understand what you're making. And so I think that can also be great. But also, you know, it's a beautiful thing that we're often doing our own things and having, you know, our own successes. Like, I don't want Shabana to be bound to us forever because she's, you know, she's so talented. It's amazing that she's in the pit, and I'm sure, I hope she gets to work with many, 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 many other cool directors.
Yeah, but you got her first, so
yeah.
Yeah, finder's fee. Yeah.
Technically, we stole her from our friend Melanie Easton, who's like another filmmaker in Adelaide. Melanie cast her in her short, and then I saw that short, and then I was like, she's great, I could cast her in my short. And then everybody else did, and all of our shorts like ended up coming out before Mel's short, so everybody always thinks that I found Shabana.
Yeah, I think even my short came out beforehand as well.
In my defense, though, when Mel was casting for her short, she showed me Shabana's audition tape, and I was like, absolutely cast her, because there was a little bit of like, she'd never done anything before. It was her first ever audition for anything. And Mel was like, oh, people don't know if I should cast her because she's never acted in anything. And I was like, she's amazing. Put her in your film. She's absolutely done the best audition. And so, look, I take a little bit of responsibility.
You bring out the best in Shabana.
I love it. It's a beautiful working relationship. Clearly you're doing something right. We just saw you at South by Southwest. Now we're celebrating your work at Frameline. So, you know, sky's the limit between all of you, your whole posse.
And I guess we're just going to have you on every few months. All
yeah.
Right?
I mean, what's next? Where are we going next?
Yeah. Where's the next secret film?
Yeah. Tell us.
Tell us.
Oh, man.
Yeah. You're the one.
Got some wild stuff cooking up, but we probably can't talk about them on a podcast. And also they'll probably maybe never get made, but we got some really fun ideas. If anyone's listening, we will make some cool movies if you let us.
Yeah, you really do. And I'm so glad you're coming to Frameline and to San Francisco. It's the film's Lesbian Space Princess. I hope all the young queers find this and see it. Such a joy to have you back on, Leela, and nice to meet you, Emma.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And the old queers too, the middle-aged queers.
Yeah.
What?
No, when they were so
like 23.
Oh my God, shut up, Lee. Anyways, no, but I will say, so we went to the Frameline opening night party, you know, at this bar, and the employees went on mic and each gave like 2 films that they think are the must see. And one of them said Lesbian Space Princess. And as soon as she said it, the whole backyard like cheered. They didn't know, but just from the title, they were like, yeah, Lesbian Space. It was hilarious just from the title. So there's already a lot of excitement about this film on the ground.
Oh, amazing. And yes, it's a pleasure to get to talk to you both again.
Thanks for joining us on today's show. You can find more information about this episode in our show notes.
If you're missing us, you can visit us at bitchtalkpodcast.com to sign up for our newsletter and buy us a cup of coffee.
Did you know we're also on the radio? You can find us at bff.fm.
And lastly, rate and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. All the cool bitches are doing it.